Wait, are all my settings right? Some of these things are not what there should be. Okay, one second. I'm running so behind right now. Why isn't this working? Okay, there. Maybe that's working now. And that was working. Okay, we might be good. They might be good. Okay. We're probably okay. So, I do apologize for the delay. Had a little work-related thing to do before the stream. It normally doesn't happen. So I do apologize for that. Um, so how was everyone's weekend? Mine was pretty uneventful, which is probably a good thing. Uh, less less new things to worry about. Kind of. There was I guess a wedding I was invited to as a plus one, and it's like we're not going. I was like, great, good news. I didn't want to go anyway. So that was yesterday. And then okay, there's someone here. I also accompanied my mother to go get her hair cut. It was kind of nice that there was nobody else there. Need more snow. And the lady was really nice because my mother didn't know what she wanted. She'd just been letting her hair grow out instead of she normally just takes scissors to it and starts hacking away at it because it's in the way. Um but she resisted and she let her hair grow out a little. So there was plenty of hair for the lady to chop off and style to something that would suit her, which was nice. And you can now get the fancy compactor, so that's kind of exciting. See what else happened. Oh yeah, and I ate something funny on Thursday. So my stomach was ruined for Friday, which is why I didn't stream on Friday. I do apologize for that. I was just not feeling well that day. And I will try to avoid such food in the future as to not repeat similar events, because it's not pleasant having a unhappy stomach. Yeah, now you're mostly caught up, I guess. Oh, and I guess I made a I scribbled on a piece of paper um an idea for a thumbnail because I wanted to start using them starting starting September. I used to do thumbnails more often, but I realized I was spending a lot more time on the thumbnails than I was streaming. Um, because the thumbnails were stressing me out. Um, so I stopped making them. But maybe we can change that a little bit. I thought of a format, and hopefully that will address the problems I had going forward. So there's that. Anyone else have a interesting or eventful weekend? No? Another thing, I guess, was I found a local stained glass class thing which looked kind of interesting. So maybe I'll see if my sibling if any of my siblings or my mother are interested in going. I asked my roommate, but they have an issue with their hands, so they're like, "Will it be neat?" I can't, which is unfortunate because there's some pretty neat designs. So maybe I'll have that to show, here in the coming months. If I go, I'm not sure yet. But it does seem kind of neat. However, it is on the more expensive side as far as hobbies go. Which would be a little bit of a deterrent, to be honest. But a small splurge on a personal skill isn't too bad every once in a while. Okay, so today we're going to I guess work on the garden. Yeah, that's the plan. To put a dent in the garden thing, actually build up the farm how it's supposed to, because apparently there is a quite a substantial gap between what used to be good and what is currently good, which is kind of sad that it changed so much. But it is what it is. So we bought the plots for the materials to unlock these plots, I think. I might go ahead and buy the stuff. Should I just go ahead and buy the stuff for these? Let me map, because um it does cost a good amount of coins. However, I guess within like the first couple hours of farming it would be made up. So maybe we just unlock these, clear them out, and then start on building the melon and pumpkin farm going forward into these two slots. Yeah, that is we'll start today. And then looking at the calendar, I am definitely participating in bingo for the month of September. So, as soon as they release the goals for bingo, I might even wait for the Bingo Brewer's Guide for aid. I'll go ahead and make a work on my own roadmap guide thing on stream. Maybe one of you could add some insight as to what the tasks are, because I haven't done most of the tasks that are listed for bingo in normal Hypixel Skyblock, and generally the first time I encounter them is when I'm trying to do it for bingo. So let me do some quick maths and get out my... I was watching the guide thing and I drew up a little like template thing as to where everything was supposed to go, so I wouldn't have to keep referencing the video. But I only finished it for the first layer, which was probably more than we'll get done today anyways. So that's not too big of a problem. So yeah, actually let me see. Just let me see if there's something on the Discord yet. No, no notifications. 30, 30, 30, 30, 28. Okay, so normally the guide comes out around the last day. When did they launch the requirements? Yeah, let me look that up, because that might be tomorrow stream then. Not. Where does it normally get posted to? I will be honest. I never really looked. Because I normally just go for the guides. Okay, maybe at the 28-hour mark something comes out? Or is that just when that thing got updated? Ow. Okay, so I guess trivia down here, it says bingo NPC shows up 3 days before bingo starts and leave 3 days after it ends. So I suppose the earliest we can find out what the requirements are 3 days before it starts, which would put us at like maybe the 29th. That's tomorrow. Um, so I guess we'll check back tomorrow. Yeah, I guess we'll check back tomorrow on that and see where, like, what the status is. Cause I didn't see. I'll admit I wasn't paying attention, but I didn't see bingo there. Um, so I guess that will have to wait. The grind technically starts Thursday night slash well, Thursday night for me slash Friday. I don't know that I'll get a Thursday stream in, or if I do, it'd probably be a early morning stream, not more early for me, around 1. 12:30 if I push it, but EST. But it'd have to be short, probably. Yeah. Well, we shall see. Okay. All right. I was supposed to count how many this costs. So it's 120. That's got expensive real quick. Times 3, that's 384. Plus 16 compost bundles. And then I guess let's see, how many more do we need for these other ones? 128, 128, 128, 128. That's I recently found my purple pen and it's the main thing I've been using. I'm gonna be really sad when it runs out of ink. Okay, so okay, and the bottom one uses the same thing as the top. These are 128 times 2, 4. Oh. I mean, I have a bunch of coins because I AFK'd. I didn't log in for a relatively long amount of time and had minions going with enchanted hoppers. So they were storing monies for me when I got back. Which is the main reason I have coins to throw around now. Because I couldn't figure out how to make profit while I was playing. Okay, 512 plus 384, 806, and then we probably need more than that. Let's be 109. Compost. Okay, I will be right back. Let me go grab some water. Okay, I am back with a glass of water. Close some tabs. Okay, here we go. So let's go to oh, there's a lot of people here today. Wow, this is full. Let us find out how much this is going to run us. Oh, cool! I could sell crappies for profit once I don't need them. Let's see. Instant buy. They're 30k a pop, or I could do a buy order and clear out the space. But honestly, that sounds better. Like 1k a pop when you're buying 896 of them. Adds up just a little bit. So let's go with the first set. So we'll buy we'll make an order for 384 of them. I don't even know that I have enough coins on me for them. Yeah. Wow, that's a deep investment. I go. Okay, so that'd be essentially 26 mil, and then by how much would this be? Buy order. Need 16 of these. Yes, no, not happening. What do I want to do? Cause I do not have the gold to play around like that. So what we'll do is our farm will be slightly out of order, and it'll be okay. It'll be fine. We'll not display. Just means I can. The one farm example had space available in the middle somewhere. It just means I can decorate the edges. That's gonna be my story. Oh, there we go. That one. Nope, not that. I need the thing that cleans. Where is it? 3x3. There, that one. Because I don't think there's anything better. Oh, there's a 5x5. Or 20. Do we want? I guess it would technically save us a little time right now. But let us use that and plop that in. So let's equip okay, so where are we going? What's the section we can I'm so disorganized today. I honestly should have pushed the stream back an hour. But that's okay. Oh no, I'm a PNG tuber, not quite. I mean, it's a VTuber subcategory. Uh, let's see. Okay, so the emptied plots is where I'm cleaning. What's wrong with VTubers anyways? 1 second. I got a package delivery update. I got a weird email about uh something I was supposed to arrive today. Wait, no, not an email. I got a weird text from an email. Probably phishing. Remember, it's always important to triple check information and links sent by unknown entities. Oops. I'll check the package status later, but it should be fine. I ordered a game off eBay, and then the seller email is claiming it can't be delivered. So I don't know. Last I checked on informed delivery, it was supposed to be delivered later. I don't remember what game it was. Something for an older console. That's all I remember. I guess the only thing is if it gets delivered before I end stream and it's pouring out there, the game might have a bad time. That is all. Oh, there's a lot of branches on the, or not branches, leaves. There are leaves. I knew where my jungle axe went. Because I think I didn't have it on me last time I checked. No, that's the melon dicer. That's just a regular axe. Yeah, I don't have it on my person. That's unfortunate. It means it's still in the museum. No, that's not what I wanted. Hello. Welcome. Today I'm just clearing out these garden plots for right now. You give me if I do sub. I don't know. No one's ever really asked. However, I only ask that you subscribe if you enjoy my content. For some reason I don't like to like sub for a sub and whatnot. Personal preference. Oh, what? It seems I need my pickaxe as well. There we go. Okay, those don't count. Do these count? It seems they do not count. Okay, so we'll just focus on these done. Yeah, the trees count. Yes, I did clear around it. Okay, Ori, I had a thought if you're still here. Um, I if I do become aware of a sub, I do thank the subscriber on stream. But that's it. Sorry for the disappointment if you were expecting something more. Well, that's about it. So I guess I can elaborate on on the trip I took yesterday. It feels so long ago, but I guess it was just yesterday. To go get my mother's haircut, because it was kind of funny. My mother struggles a lot with speaking English. She'll understand it, but she has most of the time. But she has trouble speaking it at times. And she's blind as a bat without her glasses. So here she is in the chair a mile away from the mirror that they sit you in front of while you're cutting your hair. And I was sitting on a very sad couch a couple feet away. The cushion was like completely flat. You'd sit and you'd sink like down to the frame. It was that sad. So I'm sitting there watching my mother make faces at the mirror because she's trying to squint to see because they took her glasses off so she could get the haircut. And I could tell that the lady cutting the hair was a little worried that she wasn't doing a good job, but it was just my mother's inability to see while she was trying to like squint and see how the hair was turning out. She seemed very surprised when at the end my mother was like, no, it's good. And then obviously they want to style it for you at the end, so they can squeeze a couple extra dollars out of you because it's then it's not only a haircut, it's a wash. You add the wash part of the bill to it, because if they washed your hair, that adds on to the expense. And then additionally, if they style it, they also add another couple dollars to the bill at the end. So my mother let them style her hair probably the last time, to be honest, because of how much more it cost. But I was like, okay, to see how you're supposed to work with this new hairstyle, go ahead and style it. Which it was a little on the short side. I definitely wouldn't cut my hair that short. I prefer long hair. Oh, what's my R2? So they styled it, and the total was $42, and again, it costs like a men's cut's 18. That part I remember, and then a women's cut is always more expensive than a men's cut. Plus the hair wash, plus the styling. So there little extra add-ons that if you let them add on, increase the overall cost of the haircut. So my mother was only carrying, she didn't bring her card, she only had cash on her. And I guess my brother told her that when he went, it was $18. Well, it's $18 for a men's cut. They don't wash your hair for a men's cut. They don't they can't style your men's cut. My brother doesn't let them. So his haircut is basically the cheapest you can get it. So my mother didn't come prepared with a bunch of like money, and she'd left her card with my brother, who's in the car because he didn't want to come in. Which is fine. I don't blame him. Some of those the seats in like the waiting part area had like all sorts of like hair attached to them. It was pretty kind of gross because it some of it looked like animal hair. um I don't know. So here we are. I was like, I didn't know how much money my mother was carrying, so I was like, did you bring enough for the haircut? And she did. She had exactly 46 on her. So she had enough to pay for the haircut and leave a $4 tip. She normally likes leave $5 tip to the stylist. But I don't carry any. I personally don't carry any cash on me. I do everything with card, and normally I buy stuff online instead of going there physically. So because of that, I was like, I hope you have enough, otherwise I'm gonna have to go fetch my brother from the car, which it wasn't parked very far away, so it really wouldn't have been much of a problem to begin with. It just makes for an awkward situation when you have to like run to go get the amount of money to pay. That's all. So fortunately we had enough, and she got one less dollar for the tip than originally planned. But she seemed happy about the tip regardless, so maybe most people don't tip to begin with. At least here it's pretty it's pretty customary to leave a tip when like get a or give a tip if you receive a service like a haircut, or if you go out to eat at a dine-in place, or even if you go pick up pizza, leaving like some people leave a tip, others don't for simpler stuff like pizza. Um, and of course, fast food, you normally don't leave a tip for that. And it shows because like some, I don't think I've ever seen a fast food restaurant with a tip jar. Um, but anyways, we walk out of there. And first thing, I was trying to think of where would be a good spot to take a picture of my mom with her new haircut. And first thing she does, because she was like, I want a haircut with volume because she has thin hair. Which she had some volume. Um, it didn't look completely flat like she did going in salon. And first thing she does is she puts her hat on. Because she can't stand the sun on her scalp. Even with the hair isn't sufficient protection against the sun, it makes her head hurt. So she puts her hat on, and it's like, no, you ruined it. You flattened the hair that she spent that you like you just paid for her to style it to be, you know, floofy for you know, a couple hours at least till she washes it. But there she goes, plopping the hat on. I was like, wait, okay, stop quick before it gets any more flattened. I was like, stand here, let me take a picture so we can at least reference it for next time. Because we asked the lady to give her a haircut that was good for her hair type, that would add volume. And it did kind of do that, which is nice. Um, so I quickly set her aside and was like, hold still, okay. Front picture. Okay, rotate. Get the side. Okay, now the back. I sent the pictures to her later and she's like, I like the back the most. Why? But once I took the pictures, she quickly put the hat back on. I was like, well, if you're putting, like, you need to buy a different hat. I was like, one that doesn't flatten your hair like 2 seconds after you style it. She's like, I think I have a hat. I was like, I just have to fix it so it doesn't like slide down right away. So I'll have to remind her to fix her hat. Because I guess the hat that doesn't flatten the hair slides down on her head to the point where it flattens the hair anyways. Which means the base of the hat is too wide. But there's like almost nothing left. Am I supposed to clear this dirt out? Seems that way. Okay. I'll have to check up on her to make sure she did the hat thing. If I forget, I see her on Thursdays. Sometimes on the weekends. But while I have time, I have made a point of it to try to go visit on Thursdays, which is why I normally, part of the reason why I normally don't stream on Thursdays. The other reason is I have an appointment in the afternoon. Normally around 3. And if I stream my normal hour, or now hours, which is 1 to 3 Eastern time, that does interfere with that a little bit. Inventory full. Can I just like, let me just, I don't care for all this dirt right now. Throw this all out. Fine. Oh, I probably have to be up. I have very many chests full of dirt on my island. I could sell this right now for like, oh, 1 copper it's, or one coin it's worth, I would. Well, while we were waiting for the haircut, I know the story is all out of order. While we were waiting for the stylist to finish with her previous cut, my mother was like, "If you should get your hair, at least your ends trimmed, because it's been a while." And yes, it has been a while since she trimmed the ends and did more than that, because I was like, I don't want it shorter than I want it. I was like, I want it this length roughly, and I want it no shorter than here, like right below the shoulder. I was like, I don't want it any shorter than here. Well, what does she do? She makes a like a low ponytail and then braids the rest of it and cuts it off. Well, after she cut it off, she used my "don't cut it shorter from here" as the starting point for the ponytail that she braided. And then she chopped off the ponytail, and while she was cutting it, I was like, this sounds oddly close to my ear. I wonder why that is. But once you cut a piece off, you're kind of committed. So I just sat still while she finished chopping the. Oh, did it finish? I wasn't looking, but I guess we finished the plot. Oh, okay. So, I waited while she finished cleaning up the, like straightening out the, I haven't unlocked this area. Oh, okay, so. I sat still while she straightened out the hair, because if you gather it and then just chop it off, it's not gonna be straight. And after she was done, it was like an inch above where I said I was okay being the absolute shortest. Which is kind of upsetting. But it's hair, it grows back. It's not the end of the world. Especially, it's not like she chopped it all. I mean, it did feel like she chopped it all off because I like my long hair. But like if I can't get it into a comfortable ponytail, it's too short. But anywho, it wasn't too short to the point where it would take multiple months for me to be able to put it in a ponytail. It was still it was gonna be a short ponytail, but it was still gonna work. So I guess it didn't really matter. Presently, when like the way I really know it's gotten too long is if I go to shut the car door and my hair gets stuck on the other side. Um, that's when I know. Oh, I need to cut it. But otherwise, yeah, probably bad health hair wise. But I don't go get it trimmed. Cause whenever I do, I haven't gone to go get it cut professionally, since the pandemic started. But since then, I I know my mother has a clear opinion of what an appropriate hair length should be, and she's like, "Oh, let's just chop some here. Don't worry, Sally won't be too angry at me. 'Cause it'll grow back. It's not like she's the other child. The other child might have a fit." So, I have to be careful whenever I let my mother near me with scissors, 'cause as has been proven most recently, can't be trusted with my hair. And this has been proven time and time again. So maybe I will go get cut at some point. Fortunately, the salon I like going to has like low people amount on Sundays. So maybe one of these Sundays, I go do. I don't know. If I do, I'll let you know how it went. Normally, it's just me sitting there in silence while the lady talks to like the lady next to her, or the person getting cut, the other person who's getting their hair cut. Not very. I'm not very good at small talk. I tried it. One of the last times I went, I tried it. I got a stylist I normally don't see, or rather I hadn't seen there, and I used to go fairly regularly with my because they were regularly getting their hair touched up, and it's more noticeable when your hair's shorter, right? On a shorter cut, you can tell when certain lengths aren't quite where they should be. When you have long hair, you know what's 3 inches. Oh, my hair's going numb. So I got this lady I hadn't seen before cutting my hair, and I was like, oh, in my feeble attempt to make small talk, I was like, I hadn't seen you around here. She got super defensive right away. She's like, I've been working here for 5 years and have these like certifications and licenses and whatnot, and I was like, I didn't mean it in a bad way. It just meant I'd never seen you here before. So I kind of just I shut down after that. I was like, I was just trying to be nice. I didn't mean anything wrong by or anything bad by my comment. So that was like my last attempt at trying to socialize with my stylist, because like I see other people like develop, I don't know, friendly relationships with their stylists, I was like, let's give it a go. And it probably helps when you get the same person each time. I've gotten different people each time, probably because there's such large gaps between whenever I go. But I don't know, that generally getting my hair cut is a very awkward situation for me in that chair, because like, it's not like I have very thick hair. It just is I don't know, floofy. Oh no, okay. Actually, if we no, yeah, the disadvantage of doing this is our inventory is gonna get full again. However, this might be the fastest way to clearing that percentage. Well, part of it. The leaf blocks don't get taken out by this, but the grassy bits do. Why is the percentage not advancing anymore? Okay, let's dump these things. Nope, I need that. I don't know. Is there a proper way to approach your stylist and not have them think you're, or for them not to get offended? Or was this lady just, or was it just the lady's fault? Because I've heard both sides. I've been told it was the lady's fault she got all offended, and then I've also been told you don't tell them those types of things. I don't know. It's a mess. There's a reason why I don't try talking to people normally in person. It's scary. People's reactions are very volatile. Okay, after we finish this, there's still one more. However, I think we can paste the void into other spots to start. Just so I don't. I guess we'll see. We will be away from this here soon, because I really don't think this before. We start on bingo for the month of September. I should put these. There, that's better. Oh, we can add the shuffle too there. Now they're all together. Yeah, last night I came across a it's called a hand Bari grip hand exerciser. Very grip hand exerciser. It's I guess it says that you learn how to like strengthen your fingers for like stringed instruments like a guitar, bass, etc. And I was just playing around with it, and it's like because I guess I can let me pull up a picture, like in case you don't know what it is. I actually don't know what folder to put this in. Will this work as a WebP file? Ah, that's where I'd put the other stuff. Okay. Folder. Okay, I figured it out. this thing? I could resize it. Hey, one of these things I found in the living room. My roommate got it. And they gave up on it, and I quickly found out why. It says on the back, the Very Grip Hand Exerciser is a pocket-sized conditioning tool that provides strength, speed building, and maintenance for the entire hand, wrist, forearm, while also offering an excellent pre-gig warm-up. The patented exerciser allows adjustable tension to each spring-loaded piston for an isolated and individual finger workout that no hand exerciser can offer. And it's relatively inexpensive because on the back it says the price was like $15. So I have it set to the lowest strength, and you're supposed to depress each of the little piston thingies individually. The index and middle finger on my right hand kinda cooperate, but the other two do not. They do not move independently of each other, and the left hand it kind of works a little better marginally. The fingers don't want to stay quite how they're supposed to on the grip to depress all the things, so on the lowest setting. So that was an interesting experience. It's like am I just like wired wrong? Is this something that like you do this over a long period of time and you develop the correct things over time, which my pinky does not move on either hand, doesn't move. The piston down. I was like, if I practice this long enough, is the pinky magically supposed to grow a spine and depress the piston? But the other thought is maybe this is for the way my hand is, maybe along with like spending hours in front of the computer, maybe this is just one way to speed run carpal tunnel. So maybe maybe I should just make note of it for whenever I see my my doctor and be like, hey, I got this thing for you know, trying to play a string instrument, because I do have a ukulele. I don't remember what color it is. That's how long it's been since I got it out. But I was always and it makes a lot of sense now that I've been using that I played around with that tool last night. I was like, why does the pinky want to, you know, cooperate and, you know, go here and then move there, properly, to, like, you know, press the string, because ukulele, it's all chords. But at least the neck is thinner than on your standard guitar or bass, for example. which is all I have available here. No other what are they called? Woodwind? Like violins uh, and whatnot. They're neat. Too expensive to like even consider lessons or anything when I was wee. I was little. Um, the back thing, the thing that really interested me was the piano. I really wanted to learn the piano or the xylophone. Well, it turns out the way based on the info from this tool, piano definitely wasn't gonna work either if my fingers aren't moving completely independent of each other. Because you kind of need the pinky and what's the finger next to it? The third finger. I guess it's the ring finger also. Yeah. So the pinky or little finger and the ring finger don't completely move independent of each other. I mean, granted, the same could be said about the middle finger. So the tendons are all sorts of miswired, I guess. Perhaps that's what it is. A factory defect. They happen. It's not unheard of, except sometimes these come up when you're younger. Not when you're a little older. I guess it also depends on the ailment or issue at hand. I know my brother found out he had flat feet because he tried to do sports. And flat feet isn't like terribly uncommon, but it sucks if you're trying to be a runner. So he had it's like foot. I don't know exactly what it was, but we had to make. I remember when I was little, we had to make trips, and it was like a whole day affair, because we had to drive 5 hours one way to get to the hospital that was attending him. So it was, and it was only like once a year. I don't know if it would have been more times had it been like closer, but we drive out one day, stay at a hotel, which we found some of the worst hotels in the area, it seemed, when we were doing these things, because it's like, oh well, something that is inexpensive can fit us and is close to the destination. And what else was it? I mean, bonus points if they offered breakfast, I guess. And we see, the smart thing would have, I don't even remember if we were like making reservations online or not. It would have been before I would have been in charge of anything like that. It would have primarily been my parents in charge. So we probably just looked up the place online showed up, and then if they had something great, already bad, like bad way to get a good room. But like one place was and then after spending the day in the hospital, you know, come back. And instead of just sending one, like it could have just been my father and my brother going, but 5 hours is a long time to drive by yourself. I mean, some people like that. My roommate doesn't mind driving for very long periods of time. I don't. I tunnel vision. So not exactly good for driving very long periods of time. I probably cap at like 2 hours max before I need some sort of break. So anyways, one time we stayed, and it was actually kind of nice. And it was close to places where it had other like Mexican restaurants. I think there was a panaderia. So the day portion trip part of it was okay because we could go to some places walking. Well, what we didn't know until that night was that right next to the hotel was a bar. So none of my parents, like, we passed out right away, but none of my parents were able to sleep comfortably all night because of the people at the bar were very rowdy. So something you can't quite actually I think I do remember that being an online reservation, but the something that wasn't and you don't really think about it when you're at least we didn't think about it when we were booking the hotel rooms. Like, is it right next to a bar? Will that affect the sleep quality later on? Because it will if they take the party outside, or if for some reason there's some sort of bar fight or something. Whatever happens at you know, bars these days. I guess worse things happen at bars these days that need to be worried about. But back then it wasn't that big of an issue. It was more just rowdy, loud people. And that I was aware of anyways. There's probably other issues going on, but as a kid you're not really thinking about it. There are other... Oh, we finished it and I didn't notice. What did happen? Who knows? So I don't know. There were experiences, most of which I've actually forgotten because I have terrible memory. But I do recall having to go to this hospital once a year. I don't know if at any point it was more than once a year. But we'd have to go once a year for my brothers. And it I don't know. It had like I guess looking back, a better use of the time could have been made had we had planned it better, because there were some really neat like attractions in the area, or we could have used that as like a jumping point, like we're already this far away, why not you know, go a little further and explore this other thing, or go to this park. So I guess after spending a whole day in the hospital in like multiple different waiting rooms and getting I don't know what they did to him, but prodded, I'd assume. The last thing you want is to go I don't know, to a park. I think when I was adjusting my bedding last night, like I I tugged on something and I heard multiple things, like my spine cracked. I think my shoulder cracked. It was there was a lot of noise that didn't seem healthy. Um and today my back hurts. So I don't think I will be going over my I try to shoot for at least 2 hours a day for streaming, and then sometimes depending on what we're up to, I'll go ahead and stretch that if I have the time available. But today I think not, because I need to switch my position for my spine, and that's not gonna happen on this desk chair the way it's set up for this stream. It might be a little different if I had my microphone on an arm, but it isn't presently. I don't know if you can hear it, but the neighbors started mowing. She's probably gonna mow on this side again. Very good at that. Not staying on her side. That, and she like, I guess when you're going to fence a piece of your property out, you're supposed to let your neighbor know, and B, keep it like you don't fence the property line. You do a couple like inches or a foot in or something. I don't remember quite what it was. But she went ahead and she put up a fence for her doggy. And she plopped it right on the property line. Which is like I guess technically it's kind of a no-no. It used to be at least easily like 4 plots that weren't fenced at all. But now the one lady fenced her part of her piece. And it doesn't even look right. Like has she done it to like the edge of the house? It might have been one thing. But she has this corner. Like her fence thing sticks out, and I don't know. Aesthetically, I don't think it's very nice. That's all. Okay, 30%. We're almost there. I think after we finish this, I'll go ahead and wrap up and have some more. So technically, I haven't even finished breakfast. I made some oatmeal with it's one of the was it Quaker Oats Fusion oatmeal? So it's like strawberry. This one in particular is like strawberry, and I add chia seeds that have been sitting in water for a while. But it's pretty tasty. It's kind of healthy. It's not super healthy because obviously it has some sugar, but it has a little piece of fruit, some fiber. So I'm trying to convince myself it's healthy. And I water it down a ton in hopes of being able to I don't know, when it's pasty, I'm not very enthusiastic about eating it, so I've been trying to have it as a liquid. And it kind of worked. I've had half since the stream started. Because I was working on something before the stream started, which is why I was late. Oh my god. I guess the disadvantage of watering it down is that it's still a little like chunky because it's oatmeal and it has the tiny little cubed fruit. So I still kind of want to chew the oatmeal even though there isn't like a ton to chew. It's very confusing for my mouth and brain, I guess. But this once I finish this and chug, I say chug, I can't the chugging drink thing doesn't quite work out. I've been told I swallow wrong because I pause in between like each time I swallow. But where was I? We have leftover pizza from Papa John's, and there's also some chicken bites. So I might have a slice of pepperoni pizza, and a couple chicken bites for lunch. Definitely not healthy, but it's what I have at the moment. And it's already made, which increases my likelihood of eating it. Maybe once there's more room in the fridge, I'll start like meal prepping lunch. I don't know. Maybe we could plan a meal together. I'd be happy to take suggestions on what like foods to make for to like have there to just microwave for the week. But I need more fridge space for that, and presently the fridge is full of things to drink, not things to eat. Not much I can do there. But it is what it is. Maybe I don't know. It's something I'm trying to work on with my roommate. Hopefully, I'll be sorted out by the end of the year. A drink system, because presently it's like, oh, I'd like to have this cold at some point. I don't know when, but at some point I'm gonna want it, and I want it to be cold. So it goes in the fridge now, and then it just sits there in the fridge for months. So I'm gonna try to work on that. Because it's kind of frustrating not being able to keep food in the fridge because it's full of drinks. So maybe a type of sorting system or something. I had like organized the drinks in the fridge and be like, okay, the caffeine's right here, the coffee's here, the other miscellaneous water is over here, and that went out the window in like 2 weeks. And I'll be like, no drinks in these areas, and then what happens? There's drinks in those areas because they got something new and they want it refrigerated, and oh, but I bought it and it was cold, so it's a waste to let it warm up to room temp, even though, you know, they're not gonna touch it for, I don't know, 3 months. I don't know, we'll have to have a little chat, maybe write out a system for the stuff. Definitely need to purge the fridge contents for like stuff we don't eat. Because sometimes you'll get like a condiment and be like, oh, this dressing thing looks delicious on the store shelf, and then you buy it and it's like, this thing's disgusting. But we bought it, so it's going back in the fridge. And then it sits there a couple months because you forgot about it. And later you're like, oh, it's that gross thing I ate at once and didn't want again. Back in the fridge it goes. So maybe definitely we'll have to purge the fridge, I think. Would be nice. Purge the freezer too would also be nice. But one step at a time, I think. And if I do purge the fridge, I'll let you know how that went, how much space I gained. Actually, a before and after shot of the fridge might be interesting. I'll have to remember to take that picture so we can talk about it. And blur out any labels that distinctly say where I live. Almost 60%. Oh yeah, and I think the only food thing I look forward to making this week is some dessert. Ow, my ankle cracked. Some dessert. Like there's these little cake ball thingies. I'll have to take a picture of it. It's from Hello Fresh. Um, it's this spiced cake thing, and it's like, ooh, this is a lot of effort, but I enjoy baking. And they're not exactly healthy for you, but it's not like we're eating them every day, so I guess we can try it. So I think that'll be I'll let you know how tasty they are and if they're worth the time invested. Cause was it there was some other it was like a no it was like a mozzarella thick ball thing. Um but it had rice. It took forever to make and it was gross. My roommate was like, "Yeah, I mean, it was like they taste all right. I'll have the rest later." And then they sat in the fridge for 2 weeks, um, waiting for later to happen. So they eventually had to get tossed, unfortunately. But I do remember that took a while to make, and it wasn't worth the effort, the time spent, the all the dishes I had to get dirty to make them. Um, there aren't very many dishes that I've made recently with HelloFresh that fall under that category. 'Cause we go over the dishes pretty meticulously, and we roughly know um what we like and what we don't. Um, and then there's also the personal preferences like no the sometimes that's flexible because for the longest time my roommate was like, I don't want anything with yogurt. Um, but one or tofu. And once I was like, let's I want to try it. And we did, and now stuff with yogurt and tofu is like on the will consider list, and items that come with like chicken strips are off the list because when they arrive from HelloFresh, they're all slimy and gross, and I really don't like drying those does it because they're slimy, it feels like the meat has already gone bad, even though according to their website that may not necessarily be the case, but it's just more work than it's worth. So if it says it ships with chicken bits of some kind, it's an automatic disqualification. Same goes with broccoli normally, unless there's like absolutely nothing else. The broccoli that gets shipped can be very pungent, so that gets avoided. No, no seafood because my roommate's allergic. Even though, like, I personally love fish and shrimp and other well, I'd say other fish dishes, but I'll admit I haven't had a wide variety of water-based protein, if you will. But fish is off limits. No, no asparagus. Did I mention that already? My roommate doesn't like asparagus. Brussels sprouts are also kind of I don't care for the concentrated micro cabbage. And then there's always the nutritional factor. Because it's very easy to pick something from HelloFresh based on like how tasty it sounds. But it's always important to look at the nutritional values, because there are some dishes on there that's like, oh, this looks incredible, it sounds delicious, it checks off all the boxes in terms of like the flavor profile. And then you'll look at like the sodium, and it's like over 2,000 milligrams of sodium per serving. So that's like what you're supposed to eat in a day in one meal. So those get eliminated. Everything we get is generally 1,000 or less, unless it's something really good. We'll allow like a 200 milligram leeway, but that's just like there's absolutely nothing else that looks tasty, or if it's something that we really want to eat. And all calorie count also important, because it's important to look after your health when you're young, not just like, sure, go ahead, eat your pizza and whatnot whenever, if you feel like it, but the best time to start is before there's problems, not afterwards. Cause was it Panera, very, very tasty soups that you can buy in the store, and like their salads are tasty, so are their sandwiches and their soups in that you can get in the restaurant. However, if you ever actually sat down to look at the nutritional facts, Panera is not actually that healthy. Same goes for Subway. The salt value especially goes. It's partially due to the cured meats, I'd assume. But wow, that's a lot of salt, especially if for some reason you eat more than like the 6-inch sub. You feel like a foot long because you're starving. There goes like today's salt and yesterday's salt. I don't know. Don't assume it's healthy just because it supposedly gives off the impression that it's a very what's the word I'm looking for? It's very easy to get to be deceived by those appearances, like, oh, Panera's, you know, they're healthy, they make salads and whatnot. Um, take take 5 minutes, look at that nutrition sheet, and actually find out if it's healthy or not, or if it's just giving off the illusion of being something that is healthy. We're almost done here. Do I have to take the dirt out? Is that what this is about? Ooh, this. I'll try to pay attention to see if it makes a noise or something. A notification. Okay, it just says the plot's clean. Okay, and I'd been missing that all those other times. Okay. Makes sense. Herb garden. Put this back here. Um. mm, So we cleared off these. This one's the one I put the I think I put the arrow on this one. So left click void. Okay, I did already make one of the void. So we're going to left click to modify and paste the void. And then can we paste the void again? No, we have to wait. I guess we can watch, was it on this side? Watch this stuff disappear, because we have to start on an end. It was the other side. Must have been. There it is. The arrow was to remind me what direction to build in, I think. Because it was in that one too. So let's start the next plot. I'm confused. Was it this way? Yes, it was. Okay, here we go. Oh, why aren't the arch things going away? I guess I forgot to get rid of it. There's probably a shortcut to open this thing. I just don't know what it is right now. Oh, there's a little line thingy. I hadn't noticed that. Like a little printer. And it's done mostly. Yay. So next time we'll start on, I think, row 1. I could maybe I don't know. Depending on what I end up doing later, maybe I'll start up again and get part of the plot started. Like I did mention before. Did write out a little guide thingy for um starting off at least row 1. I didn't finish writing down the rest of the guide to not have to look at the video every 5 seconds. I actually think it looks kind of neat. It makes sense to me at least. So we'll see. But for now, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. Go stretch, because my spine hurts, and have that lunch I was talking about. Sorry if I was rambling too much today. Thank you. And thank you everyone who dropped by and said hello. Or didn't. If you're even if you didn't say hello and you're here, thank you for spending time with me. I really appreciate it. And I guess until next time.